Okay, guys, so you're probably wondering what this is. Oh, it's pretty easy to guess. This is my 5000 BTU 2017 cheap-ass modern Kool King window air conditioner out of case. As you can see, there's the case. There's the front grill. And two knobs right there. Filter and the accordions, which are obviously still good. Got your GMCC compressor. It's pretty good. It's pretty bad compressor. It's pretty loud. It says don't compress air. But it's an ASK in the model. And I always thought this thing had like 6 blades, but it actually turns out to only have a 4-blade fan. Here's the blower wheel. Ow. This thing is pretty dirty. I mean, it's been used 2 times for 2 summers. Got your, I believe this is the capacitor. Yeah. You got your, I believe this is a dual run cap. Your suction line, your 4-blade fan with the Welling motor. Got your wiring diagram, and then the condenser loops, which are small as hell. And then the other side here, shiny copper. I gotta get a fin comb. That's mainly all from me. But 4-blade fan. Oh, and spoilers. Here's the Harbor Breeze Hugger housing. Stay tuned to find out what happened to that. There's the thermostat. You can hear it clicking along. This thing's dirty. Could stand to be nicely cleaned. Sorry. I believe this would be the right knob for that. It's shorter. Yeah, this is the right knob for that. Here's the thermal coupling, as you can say. These loops are bigger. It's a triple layer VAP. So I'm gonna put this thing back together. I'm gonna take it on the back porch, or on the porch of the house, the back porch. And I am going to start it up for the first time. So this is part 1 of that. This is original. As you can see, the wiring from the compressor, and as you can see, this is some sort of putty from the factory. And then this is the wire for the motor. 2-speed fan. And there's all the screws. So these two right here, without the plastic thingies, I believe are the screws to the grill, I believe. This was kind of a bitch to get off. Let's see how this works. That little thing in there, and it's got that. It's only got 5 of these little directors. Got some foam insulation right there. And cheaply enough, the sticker to the thing is actually on the front grill, which I think is retarded. Because what if you lose the front grill? Yep, still needs to be badly cleaned. Probably not going to do that to this thing, though. Might do it next year. It looks like this is slightly kinked. That's from the factory. Bring that up a little bit. But yeah, as you can see, there's the cap tubing from the condenser from down there, and then the suction line. Small ass little accumulator. I like the compressors with the large accumulators. I like the accumulators that are half the size of this cheap thing. I like those accumulators. They muffle the sound, the high-pitched noise of the compressor. There are the clips for the front. Really goes on. And there's the back side. There's 2 clips there, and 2 clips there, and 2 there. That's where the filter slides in, and here's the filter. Still a little bit dirty, a little bit brown. This thing could stand a cleaning. I'll clean it when it is when it's desperate for it. So I'll show you guys some of the piping here. This comes out from the top of the compressor. Comes down into this insulation and comes back up. Here's the recovery part, where you can recover it if it ever needs to be scrapped. And connects here. Goes all the way up here to in through the condenser right here. This is the main tube for the condenser. You see these small tiny loops. And then the cap tube, which I believe comes from the very bottom, somewhere around there, comes up, then goes through this capillary tubing, through this little piece of insulation, for no reason. Loop-de-loops there, goes in there, and then from the evaporator, you can see right there that it comes down to a larger pipe, and then does this thing right there. And then the suction line is a little bit of a different story, a little bit of a more simple story. Comes from here, goes to the accumulator. Actually, it's in reverse, but we're just doing it this way so you guys can see easier. And there's a bad soldering job. Goes all the way here. Has this piece of insulation, I guess, to keep. Oh, there's another soldering spot. I guess just to keep it from hitting the top. It goes down here, loops, and back to there. Not the best insulated, but I don't know, you can see. I sure as hell can't. But this is where the suction line goes in. So I will be back with part 2. So I can't plug it in because the voltage in this garage is not high enough. Once I get a house, I will be able to satisfy you guys. I might get into a air conditioner collecting. So just like where I get my ceiling fans, Habitat Restore, I will get my window air conditioners from the Habitat Restore. Mainly. If I see something online that is precious to me, you know, I'll sure as hell get that. But, you know. I don't know what this cap is. It doesn't say on that, does it? No. Alright, so there's part 1. I'll be back with you guys in part 2.